Hello, everyone, and welcome back to D&D with WhatTeamComp in our wonderful story of Cormundum Chaos. I am our chaotic DM, Uncommon Guru. I'll be playing the role of the chaotic DM as per usual. We are joined once again by Zarkwarts, who's playing Aurelius, the human paladin fighter.
I'm also, passively always getting my ass kicked by a fucking old man who thinks he's an owl.
Casually. We have Mary, who is playing Genevieve, aka Fidget, the human fighter warlock.
Tonight, but yes, that's me.
Yes. Yes. We have Paris, who is playing Serenity, the Azamar barbarian. She is currently muted, but she is able to hear us.
My voice didn't pick up on this mic. I hate it.
There she is.
There she is.
She probably did the high-pitched thing that she normally does.
Her
I like
yippee.
to say hi, and my voice is naturally high. What the fuck?
And we have
Do the bar.
yeah. And we have Kendall, who's playing Artemis, the half-elf artificer wizard.
Hello.
And last we left off, after Fidget had fallen into a comatose state, everyone had been doing their best to either attempt to see if they could find ways to help, just kind of mill about doing what they needed to do, or going out into the forest in search of the guardian of the town, someone by the name of Lerilanus. Upon going out and checking around, they met with Lerilanus the Beautiful, who is a dragon. After returning to the town, Artemis helped to fix a mechanism that was just a bit out of sync that allowed Lerilanus to take on a more human guise to more easily fit into a space such as a tavern without causing any potential issues like needing to remove a wall to let her in. Wherein a number of very deep, very introspective discussions were had between Lerilanus and various members of the party, as well as the party having some of these discussions among themselves, such as Aurelius speaking with Tank, which was a very good time. Very, very nice. 10 out of 10. But now...
10 out of 10 would emotionally traumatize myself again.
You're a glutton for punishment. But now...
Compared...
You have been told that Lerilanus is willing to stay in the town to try and effectively keep the mists at bay at best they can during the night. But to let you all have some time to consider going to try and find the source of the mist. You have yet to give a definitive answer fully, although when asked about it and giving an answer, Aurelius was keen to jump in, though method was like 5th priority. I know Artie has been squirreling away food, but Artie have gone back to Fidget's room.
Fuck, I'm muted. Yes, she went back to Fidget's room. She has some food with her because she always has food with her. And she's working on a new
Book
to help Fidget learn how to prove their reading and writing, because Fidget is getting a lot better at it already. So it's time to up the challenge.
All right. Aurelius, you're outside cutting through wood with Tank, letting out some steam and whatnot.
I'd imagine at this point it probably have turned from Tank seeing how far he can throw me to an actual proper training situation.
Right. A casual throwing of hands.
Hmm.
Where are you, Paris?
think at the end of the session, Serenity was going to find Aurelius to say, hey, we need to work out a stratagem, we need to meet up at some point. I'm sorry, that threw me off because immediately I saw Artemis and Teacher and my brain just conjured every image possible with it.
Calm down.
You dirty
No,
bird.
not those images!
I don't believe you.
I just imagined her with like the little fucking librarian glasses actually teaching. What the fuck?
You mean the glasses that Artie wears already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
That's literally just part of her
Okay,
design.
I don't know why I keep forgetting she wears glasses. I don't know what part of my brain doesn't want it, but apparently something is stopping me from remembering.
Oh no.
Leave me be. Either way, I'm going to find the tank being thrown by Tank.
So you just see it roll and picks himself back onto his feet. He just goes, ha! That's you. As he has been launched, he tucks and rolls to mitigate any damage or impact to move into next point.
I feel like whenever Tank throws Aurelius, he like flicks out the sword spear and stabs, and it's like, try further than here next time, and then it just keeps fucking seeing just absolutely how far they can like throw Aurelius.
Sus
I
be
can come back
fat.
at a later time if you want me to. You seem busy. I'll just come back.
Hey, you want to see how far Tank can throw me?
Not right now.
Alright.
I'll come back later.
Aurelius will look over to Tank and just kind of like pull the sword spear from the ground and just like, you know when you just like wait, like hold your hand up and there's some kind of like silent form of communication where it's like, just give me a minute.
You just hold up your index finger.
It's not even an index finger, it's just the whole hand open palm, just like,
You're just
hold up.
gesturing.
Yeah.
Tank just shrugs and
And
just kind
he-
of watches you.
And Aurelius will just return this sword to his, since it's a long sword, he can actually put it on his side. And just walk towards Serenity. What's up?
It's nothing important. I don't want to. Well, it is important, but not important enough that I need to just stop everything. So I'll just come back when you're less busy, okay?
I'm not busy. That's my problem.
You seem to be training. You can tell that she's staying a little bit further than normal away. It's fine. I really don't want to bother.
You're not bothering me.
We just need to... We need to come up with a plan on how we are going to try and figure out the problem with the mist, because otherwise... I'm just going to call her a ladyship at this point. She wants to know what our plan of attack is before she does anything further. So, when you're free, we need to gather the others and discuss a plan of attack.
Are you okay?
Hmm.
Sorry?
You just, my fucking voice cracked. I'm fine.
Aurelius kind of narrows his eyes. He doesn't believe that.
What?
You seem flighty.
I am perfectly fine. I'm just twitchy.
Fidgety? The choice
Um,
of words is intentional.
She snorts. A little. I'll be okay. I should go. I'll leave you to that. I'll see you later. She immediately just turns to walk away.
Aurelia's kind of standing there, confused, dumbfounded, question mark, question mark, question mark.
Mm.
In fact, he's so confused that he's like, I think that's enough training for the moment. I'm gonna like fucking sit down and just like write some notes.
All right.
How does one track mist?
Mm.
Like, if mist rises, naturally speaking, then, you know, there's no, quote, source, but if it's magically done, how would... I need to find Artemis.
Ironically, where Serenity's going next.
Uh-oh. Campbell is typing. Artemis crunching loudly on a piece of bag.
Thank God, I don't know why that fucking...
Refer back to the image I sent in the
Yeah.
fucking voice chat.
Yeah. Knock, knock, knocking on your door.
She's not in her room. She's in
Well,
Fidget's room.
Fidget's door.
Okay.
You
She kind of
understand
look over
that
to Is Velinor also still in the room?
Yes.
Okay, she kind of look over to him and just kind of look over the door. Just like, come in.
Ready to open the door. I know I can just come in and out. It's a force of habit.
It's polite. I'm not going to shame you.
Oh God, I'm just gonna look at her fucking name. Where the fuck did you write that shit? There we go. Larilon is... She offered to watch the town for us at night, but she wants to know what our plan of attack will be on trying to figure out the cause of this mist. In other words, we're going to need you, Artemis.
She kind of tilts her head, stares at both of them. Elaborate?
You are one of the most intelligent people that I have ever met, and surmising a plan of attack on figuring out what something is quite frankly mystical and magical that a dragon can't figure out really feels like it would fall under your umbrella of... Well, you'll be the best to figure it out. You obviously don't have to get up right now. I just mean we need to congregate together at some point before nightfall and see what we can conjure up as a plan of attack.
Okay, I will need to know everything that you saw when you were there, and the effects of the mist that has been having on the city, and I may need to get a sample of this mist.
Aurelius... Well, not a sample of the mist, but Aurelius has samples of the people that we
Yes.
are almost certain
I
is
asked for
causing
those.
it.
She looked to
Unfortunately,
Aurelius.
Is he? Did he come in at the same time?
No. It's actually funny. Down the hallway, you see Aurelius knocking on Artemis's door. Look, just because you guys know that Artemis is in Fidget's room doesn't mean Aurelius does.
He's a special boy.
I'm going to leave you two to figure that out. I'll be downstairs.
Okay. Can you tell him where I am?
Oh, I have plans too.
Thank
She'll,
you.
of course, she'll head out the room and kind of just like whistle to get his attention. Aurelius,
Looks over.
this room.
Look,
You're fine.
I'm
I'll
not
be
gonna lie.
downstairs if you need me. She moves past him immediately.
Did you
Hate to
need
see her go,
something?
but love to watch her. No, it's okay. I'm not allowed to speak ever again.
Sorry. You see Boris poke his head up, just like, need something? I heard a whistle.
Who the fuck's Boris?
He's the owner of the tavern.
He's the
Yeah,
owner.
I'm like, this is tavern chief.
Yeah, you whistle, and he's just like, am I needed?
Also, I'm so sorry to keep cutting you off. The worst part is that is in character. She just immediately does it and moves.
It's more the fact of as she walks past. I was gonna have like one of Aurelius's more comedic moments.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, I hate to see her go, but love to watch her walk away.
Bruh. These
What the
glutes
fuck
were
was I
formed
doing?
in honor.
He goes to knock on Artemis's door again, and then realizes, wait, shit, hold on.
Wrong door.
Fucking goes to Fidget's door, which I assume is left open.
Yeah. Said you're coming in.
He just kind of like peeks his head around the corner. Hello.
Hey Aurelius, did you she kind of pauses and lets her brain catch up with her. Serenity said that you got the samples?
Ooh, yeah. Hold on. He'll bring out the two. I believe it was two samples that he got. One of the more fresh individual. No, one was of a changed individual and one was of a cultist.
Hmm.
And he specifies that. And he basically goes, I'm not sure if the difference necessarily matters, but I was there. I figured I might as well. On another note, how would one track down the source of a mist? Like, mist, generally speaking, is formed from natural means and doesn't necessarily have a distinct source, but if it's of an arcane nature, how would one track the source of...
Well, to be frank, mist can be tracked. It can be tracked down to its original source because usually it's from various forms of precipitation, and if you are able to understand what is the composite of the water that is nearby, you're able to usually find where it came from. But since this is from an arcane source, it's likely going to have much more specific properties, so it may be actually simpler to track. Or more difficult, depending on the origins of the components and properties.
Okay. So, if we can find some form... Before I even go down this rabbit hole, you have a form of magic detection, don't you?
Sort of?
That doesn't fill me with much confidence.
It depends on what we're tracking.
Okay.
It's not 100% yes I can do it. It's a very magic can be quite fickle.
Right.
It doesn't boil down to many scientific ideals, no matter how much you try to force it to.
Well, you have a stronger understanding of the arcane than I do, but the magic that I'm in touch with is more of a divine nature, so it's a bit finicky in its own ways. So we can track the source of mist in nature, generally speaking, through the alchemical compounds found within the liquid itself.
So if I could, when these times happen, if I could get a sample of the air, of the mist.
What kind of
I could
container?
probably I have a question for the game, the DM now.
Hello.
Would she be able to create an airtight container that you can basically use like a syringe that can block off at the end that can take air samples?
I would say probably not something like a syringe. However, making like a seal to use with like like corking something.
Mm-hmm.
That would be possible. It might be something
Yeah,
outside of
she
your
will-
skilled tool set. I don't think you have either the pottery or glassblower's tools.
I do not, but
But you do know an alchemist.
she does not, but she does. Are we talking about the person that has not slept in several days, or are we talking about crazy?
One has not slept in a few days and is currently curled up in a corner napping.
I'm sorry, I love that. We do know an alchemist. Are we talking about the sleep-deprived caffeine addict, or are we talking about crazy? You know two alchemists.
Crazy's not an alchemist. Crazy just works with alchemy in a way that makes you go, why are you doing this? For science.
Because I can.
There's a
Yes,
difference
there's a-
between an alchemist and a chemical nut job.
No, there isn't!
One is both. Some can be one. Artemis will basically describe the the glass container and the seal that would go on it, and she would say, "I think that friend that we made that is currently in a ball probably help us with that."
Would there be a way to, like, enchant it so that the vessel can do the big suck and get a solid enough quantity needed for it?
Probably not. Not the time you have.
Okay. So I guess I'm just gonna have to flail my arms around and hope that I get a solid enough batch. Which means I'd have to go deep into the mist to get. Which means I'll need to prepare.
Yes, or one of these things that fight in the mist.
Hmm.
And I know you're likely going to fight them
I'd
with
rather
the direction
not.
that we're going. Oh,
If I can avoid fighting them, I'd rather avoid fighting them. They're
okay.
people that have been transformed, from what I can tell.
Is there any way to save them?
I don't know, but right now we have one problem to deal with at a time.
Okay,
I can't save
The other-
everyone.
I know. The other thought that I had was, you can make one of them breathe into the bottle.
Would that not be a separate sample entirely?
It could be. It would have a similar sample, and if these are being made from the same thing, and that the mist is from, then it is likely that it will have similar properties that could be tracked down to a same source.
Speaking of breathing, that reminds me. And Aurelius will pull out his notebook and present Artemis with the herbs that were mentioned by the fella at the
With the breathing apparatus.
Yeah. These aromas, according to the dragon's followers, prevent... This is me trying to remember. It's the hallucinatory effects of it?
Correct.
Yeah. Prevents the hallucinations from within the mist. It doesn't necessarily allow us to see through it, but if, we're not fighting shadows, it'll make traversing it a lot easier. They had a breathing apparatus of some kind on their face. If we can make our own variant of it, or something a bit simpler with just like some cloth and like a few other things, then it'll make collecting the mist and going deeper into the mist a much simpler process. But we need these herbs, and I think our alchemist might be able to help with that. If not, Velenor? He looks over.
Possibly. There are simple enough herbs to get.
Apparently they're relatively common within this region, otherwise they wouldn't have used them, but because they are using them pretty frequently, it'll be a bit more difficult. Yeah. We're gonna need... Okay. If you can handle that, I'm gonna talk to the alchemist about funny bottles, I guess.
I'll talk to her about the funny bottles. Don't worry,
Okay.
I might be able to do the more specifications on what exactly we need. But, what? I haven't been outside or as far that much or understand what is going on. What did this dragon ask you to do?
They wanted us to clear them, or at least assist in finding the source of the mist, and not ruin their reputation. I still don't quite fully understand why one's reputation necessarily matters, but in my frustration there was an argument, and I am coming to the realization that perhaps as of late I haven't been thinking as clearly as I should be. So I owe her an apology.
Okay.
By the way, Velenor, does impromptu, unwarranted therapy run in the family, or is that just kind of a pattern that came separately?
We get it.
Artemis just gives him a look of, like, makes a gesture. He's like, see, I'm not the only one.
We supposedly get it from our father's side of the family. We get our violent tendencies from our mother's side of the family.
Swear to God, if their parents are who I think they are, I'm gonna choke you, Dawn.
They're full orc, Paris.
Okay.
Aurelius kind of
otherwise.
smiles and Aurelius smiles and goes, "Your father sounds like a good man."
He's a better man than I am. I hope that I can be half the man he is.
Maybe it's my turn to be the unwanted therapist. You are probably one of the best people I've ever met, for what it's worth. I've got an apology to make, and
Aurelius.
Hmm?
If you could get me a map of this town, I would appreciate it.
I'll see what I can find.
Thank you. And she's going to start gathering up all the samples and all the stuff, and just going to kind of leave the book project that she has for Fidget in the room. And she's like, I'm going to go back to my room to put all this stuff down and start analyzing it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for getting these samples, and I'm sorry for what you're having to endure all over again with this. And she probably waddles off.
What?
Aurelius never mentioned anything to her, and she just picked up on everything.
Let's see. What is her passive insight again? Oh yeah!
19.
18!
Yeah, I thought it was higher than it was.
Only by 1 point.
Whatever, might as well be a 20 in my book.
Give it time.
Working on it.
Aurelius kind of blinks as she walks out, looks to Velinor, looks to the doorway, looks to Velinor. I forget she can do that. I'm going to... Aurelius will slowly walk up to Fidget and say to Velinor, I'm going to try something. If I go... If I do something, or if it seems like I'm doing something stupid, pull me out.
I feel like I
intend
should
to
pull you out now, then.
I intend to try to speak to the demon.
Should I pull you out now? That feels like the sort of thing I should pull you out now for.
Okay, maybe stupid's not the word. Batshit insane.
Oh, well, in that case...
My stupid is most people's batshit insane, he said. A smile on his face as he hovers his hand over Fidget's for a moment, and he's trying to search for that anxious feeling that he gets sometimes.
Okay.
And he will, after a moment, he will place a hand on Fidget's forehead. And I don't know what will happen from there. but considering what the type of blood that's running through his veins and the corruption that's still slightly there on top of his already inherent paladin bullshit, he probably would feel something at least.
Roll a charisma check.
Okay. Oh shit, no, that's a check, not a save. Good job. I did it.
Ooh, got 20.
Damn.
Natural 20. You delve in, and as soon as you do so, you find that feeling that you're looking for. You chase it, and it's almost immediate. That you feel like for a moment you're out of place. Kind of take a moment. You kind of just look around, and the area around you feels different. It's not a room. It is more. It's more of an enclosed space, like a bubble, which is strange because you were definitely in a room before. The sky is an ever-shifting, almost umber orange, with grass that is not green, but more of a blue, purple color. And you see this figure sitting across from you. Massive, tall, built like a fighter, built like a combatant. He's kind of looking at you. Slowly smiles. Well, no need to be shy.
What is your goal in all this? What is it you desire?
Well, I mean, I'm on the way to travel the world as much as I can. And, unfortunately, I was put in a place that doesn't have legs.
You wish to see the world on your own two legs.
It doesn't have to be my own two legs. I just want to see the world. My own two legs would help, but I'll take what I can get.
And Fidget will help you do that?
I mean, with how she's been, do you think she's the sort of person to settle down in one place? Forever not moving from place to place?
Not now, but perhaps one day.
One day, maybe, sure. I'll worry about one day when it becomes soon. When she does decide, go ahead.
What exactly have you seen on your journey?
I've seen a man who's worth about about as much consideration as wiping your ass. It's a necessity, but like you don't wanna. I watched Fidget go from place to place, name to name. Fascinating how much a name holds, how much value it has. Then again, I know a thing or two about names. I got to see the Colossi walk. That was very pretty. With that one dude, the dude who definitely worships some kind of demon lord who you guys weren't able to get a hold of. Kind of wish you got a hold of him. It would have been really funny to see how you guys would have tried to take him down. I've seen Molten Hold. I've seen the ocean. Like, I've seen the major things. It's more glossing over the small stuff. Oh yeah, we went to the Feywild once. That was interesting. Not my cup of tea.
In your travels, do you have an intended destination, or do you just find pleasure in bearing witness to these different places, these different biomes, or do they eventually all mold together?
Some things do. But the part that's really something else, I was watching various people fight, realizing just how different they are, how fascinating that is. How they combine what would normally be just a simple thing, but with the addition of someone who knows what they're doing, a dangerous thing. Potentially. Of course.
Pidget is probably one of the deadliest people I've ever met.
Clever, too. You've been picking up quick on what we've been working on.
How does one channel that energy? I don't, or at least I haven't personally, used it, but I feel the energy from it. There's a connection there, but not so similar to what I do, but so different at the same time.
Easiest way I can describe it is think of different drinking apparatuses. A standard glass is probably your wizard. You think, okay, I can pour something in there, not a problem. You can pour a variety of things in there, in fact. And for the most part, you'll be fine just handling whatever amount and measurement that you want, depending on how you wish to do it. Those who are referred to as sorcerers were handed down a straw that they realized, hey, I can drink all of this liquid down here at the bottom and move it around with this thing. This thing's great. Paladins drink from a bowl. But warlocks don't have a standard drinking apparatus. They don't have a cup, they don't have a bowl, they don't even have a pint. They are handed a bag. You know, the water skins. They can only see what's in it so far as they can see. They just have to trust that when they are drinking it, that there's something in it, because someone else is taking the time when they're taking their breaks and rests and such to refill that water skin. But rather than having a good long time with which to sip at and enjoy it, most of the time, one who has made such agreements will find that they will take a small sip and then wish to completely imbibe the thing as quickly as possible, ending with the complaints of lost abilities, lost spells, waiting until another rest. Just one more. Another rest. Does that answer your question?
To an extent. The difference between a well and a river.
Both have water, but it's a determining factor in how you are able to get what you need to do what you need.
If you plan on helping Fidget become stronger, then you are not my enemy.
Glad to hear it.
This insight might help me help you in a weird way. There's only so much that can be done from a single teacher, I found. And frankly, when it comes to this type of magic, well, don't touch the forbidden text, they said. It'll corrupt your mind, they said. This isn't corruption. This is a gift. And if that gift will help my friend, then I want to do everything in my power to help them be stronger.
I don't know
Maybe
how much
true.
they'll be getting from you in terms of teaching.
Maybe.
But I'd say you can try. I'm not going to stop you. That's her choice. It's not in the agreement. I can't deny her any instructions she wants. It's not specifically in the agreement, but it comes with the territory of not being stated out loud.
Hmm. Do you think it's possible to channel that kind of energy, that kind of pulsating power from within oneself? Hypothetically, assume that instead of someone else refilling that water, you're able to create a part of your mind that's able to produce such an effect. Do you think that is possible?
Highly improbable, but I mean, it's possible. It is possible.
Fascinating. We should talk more often.
That's on you.
Never thought I'd enjoy talking to a demon, but then again, Davy.
Yugoloth. Or Fiend. Fiend works too. I'm not a demon, and I will feel insulted if I am called such.
So you are not a demon.
Never have
And you are
been.
not a. You are not a devil. That much is certain. A Yugoloth. You are not born of the abyss. Then what are you born of?
Ooh. I don't think you're at that level of friendship where I go disclosing the nature of my birth. We'll let that simmer for a bit. Let that really sink in and cook.
Fair enough. Take care of her in there. Whatever's going on in there. We'll need her soon enough. I knocked over a plastic water bottle.
And you are dismissed. And pull back slowly. You see Villanor just kind of staring at you, just kind of curious, watching, as though waiting to see if something happened.
As Aurelius looks over to Velinor, his glowing blue eyes fade back to the normal blue. And he says, "How long was I gone?"
Maybe a minute. Maybe 5, somewhere in that range. You weren't gone for long.
I don't know how I was able to do it, but if I really focus hard enough, I can commune with an unconscious being.
Or maybe it wanted to talk to you.
Maybe.
Maybe it's been waiting to talk to you. To what end, I don't know. Just a thought.
You understand the natural world better than I do. If one is not a demon and one is not a devil, but one is considered a fiend, where might one originate from?
Aurelius, you would know about as well as I do that that's the only places that fiends come from.
But what if it wasn't? What if there's another place somewhere out there that we don't know about? a mystery for another time. I need to focus on the mist.
He looks mildly
Turi.
perturbed by the thought, but he doesn't answer. He looks to question it. Why Valinor sounded out of breath? I was nodding off, so I was doing a couple quick push-ups to ensure that I was not falling asleep on you.
And I'll say Aurelius will go, like, with a slight nod of the head of respect and farewell to Valinor. He'll make his way towards Yalas.
Lerilanus.
Lerilanus.
I believe Paris said she was also downstairs, right?
Yee.
What were you doing?
She's either lurking around downstairs or she might go outside to try and practice anything, really, to distract her brain.
Well, you still see Lerilanus in the seated area where she was before. Just kind of sipping at her drinks as they keep coming or being brought out to be repoured. Just watching the people, pausing every now and then when she looks over at you and just looks away. Do you remember if you said that you gave her the message?
Oh, I gave it to one of her attendants.
Got it.
Oh, no! They said to keep it!
Yes, you have it. So
she looks at her, she's looking at her, it's staring for the longest fucking time before she's like, oh shit. She walk up to her and pull out the fucking scroll. She said that she had a message from him, she just never gave the fucking
Nope.
message.
She's been waiting for the message.
I'm so sorry, I completely forgot. Today has been a lot. She'll hold the scroll out to her.
Lerilanus will take it. They will unroll it, and when they do so, they unroll it fully. And as they get to the end, something falls out of it.
Oh.
A key. Just kind of lands on the table with a ting ding ding ding.
So I'll just pick it up and hold it out to her, here you go.
Lerilanus stares at the key when you're holding it like you're holding a viper. And they stare at it for a moment. They do eventually take it. But it's this look of just yeah.
Was I not supposed to touch that?
It has nothing to do with the matter of holding it. I didn't realize he'd accomplished his goal. Well, rather his task.
Arches her eyebrow. My curiosity wants to ask, but my own self-preservation is telling me not to.
Which do you prefer?
I've always been an idiot, so... What exactly is that task?
Surprisingly enough, this actually may have something to do with our little mist issue. I was going to ask if you knew of anyone who had a way through magic doors. Or ways with which to bypass certain wards. But this...
I'm not...
Well...
We might not have to worry about that if we have this.
For others, I do not imagine, even with the key, I would be able to navigate the wards and guardians. Not due to lack of power, mind you, due to my nature.
Inherently large, when not in this one.
draconic lovely. There is a specific magic in that area that targets dragons.
Oh. Ah.
Someone knew of others' presence and looked to ensure that we wouldn't be able to enter in, despite the fact that I have long since known how to get there and that it was there. I've sent others there and they've gotten there much faster than I, rather than the 3 days it takes me sometimes. A week if I'm not going by the safest, most mundane route. Other people simply walk straight towards it and arrive there within, at most, a few hours. But they can't get past the door because it needs a key. Taps the key in front of you.
Ah. How would he possibly... How did he get the key?
Looks at the scroll, starts reading through it. Some further research and study. Found an underground labyrinthian network. Was able to delve deeper due to a removal of Nothics. Goodness, I thought those had stopped cropping up after wizards starting to write stuff down. I didn't realize people were still
Dawn.
those kind of foolish.
You know that dopey ass little laugh that sometimes I do when I find something absolutely stupidly funny?
Yes.
Just, there's a quick burst of before she covers her mouth. That's what that was. I may have had a little hand in that without realization. Oh no, did he hurt the peaceful one?
Doesn't say anything about that. Only that he obtained the key.
I hope we left him alone. He really was harmless.
I would never really quite call a Nothic harmless.
He was blind, rather.
That much, then, is fair.
The key was in the labyrinth with the Nothics. Interesting. Okay, so one of our bigger problems has been solved.
Technically speaking, this is connected to a few other places, if it still works. They may have changed their guards or prepared themselves differently. And obviously, if there's these cultist sorts who are able to get in, and they found back ways in that I was obviously never privy to, at least for this area.
Oh, there's only one real way to find out if the key works.
Yes. On that note, though, you are looking to go out and take care of that, yes?
She nods. Artemis right now is upstairs studying the samples that Aurelius got her from the cultists. See if there might be an easier way to track it, but from what you've told me, we might not need to track that much.
Not that much, no. Although, knowing how to counter it is always good. However, due to your friend's discussive nature, we'll call it, even though it was very opposite of that. I'm trying to be polite. I really am. It's just he was...
Frustratingly combative?
He was combative because he didn't like that I was asking questions. Which, the only way to understand him and to help him understand is to attempt to help him come to the conclusions properly himself, but, well, some people need more time. That being said, because he still needs more time, I'd like to send an envoy with you. Someone to keep an eye on him. And the rest of you, really, but just so that...
I will say, once she says, like, with that being said, Serenity will start transmitting to the rest of them with the spies murmur, because it's like, this is a condition that I don't want to have to come back and explain to all of you.
Right.
So, sorry, continue. Just had to say that.
Yes, everyone is here.
Error 404, Aurelius still stuck in the demon.
No, you're hearing it.
Sorry.
You're fine.
A little giggle in the distance.
I have fun. We have fun here at WhatTeamComp production.
They will be able to be hopefully quite capable in their assistance, but it's predominantly to ensure that what you do, what happens, the account is brought back to me so I can know it in full.
Fair enough.
Would
A
you
safeguard.
Go on.
She just said a safeguard. Essentially, just like, it's a safeguard for you.
Effectively. I can't exactly stop you, but if I know what you've done, I can at the very least make sure the countermeasures are appropriate steps are taken. Would you like to meet them now or when your group is brought together?
I'm fine either way. If you want to introduce them now, I certainly won't say no. So I have an idea of what I'm going to be interacting with.
Vanity, would you come over here, darling?
Oh, the name is Vanity.
You called me, my lady.
Yes.
And you see a tall, slim, purple tiefling in flowing, extravagant clothing, curled black horns, curly, shortish, dark hair. Their cloak is kind of hooked to their fingers by like rings as he kind of just walks over going, is it now that I am going to be working?
Yes.
My mother's Mayflowers stood up and dressed themselves.
So Aurelius just like leaning at the top of the I say top of the stairs, bottom of the stairs now finally. In the spy's murmur, probably everyone just hears smash.
Head just snaps to look towards you.
But I am glad that we are doing something because these chairs here are they are a little bad on the back.
Oh, you are used to finer constructions, I'm aware. No worries, we'll get you on your way soon. At the very least, under the stars.
I mean, the food was good, and I did not have to pay for my drinks.
Good.
So that was nice.
Boris is a delight.
Oh, he is wonderful. And who is this beautiful lady?
Serenity.
And he gives a sweeping bow in front of her, going, "Serenity, I am Vanity. It is wonderful to meet you."
I'm glad Loris could just see the dumbfounded mouth agape reaction. Pleasure to meet you as well. You are very colorful. It's blinding. She's not used to this.
I could say the same about you, but in a angelic way. It is quite awe-inspiring, if I must say so
Oh.
myself.
Oh boy. Oh.
In the spies moment you hear, Serenity only hears, "You're blushing."
Wait, can we hear this going on?
Yes.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
still advertising.
You're hearing
Yeah.
all of this.
Yes. The only part you don't hear is the "you're blushing" from Aurelius, who directed it only to Serenity.
Just shakes her head. Ugh. Apparently you
Uh,
could see me, so why don't you come out and introduce yourself?
Oh, do you have... Is it just you that I will be going with?
No. There's a few more of us.
Oh,
Aurelius,
more.
who's still like standing at the base of the stairs, just kind of like leaning against the wall, like cheeky smirk on his face, does the like little hand wave yo kind of vibes.
Oh, are we going to be traveling with Tall, Dark, and Brooding?
Yes. Get over here and introduce yourself before I yank you by your beard hairs.
I'd like to see you try. He
You
says-
really?
he
Which
says-
beard?
Wait, hold up. Whoa. Wait.
I can't remember if he's clean shaven at the moment or not.
It's not necessarily clean shaven, but it's a lot more cleaner of an appearance at the moment. And he'll walk out and introduce himself in the northern tradition. Just
Go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead.
I want to hear what the northern tradition is, since we're both northerners. I want to see what this is.
He basically goes. Hold on. Let me think this through. Aurelius, Sword of the North.
Ew. Titles. Ugh.
Your name is a title.
My
Technically, it's a flower.
My name is a virtue name. All tieflings get them. I just wear mine proudly.
I am very aware of the nature of virtue names. They are but titles of a different name. A title of a title, if you will.
Are you trying to school me on my origin?
Uh-oh.
I am not trying to school one way or the other.
Also, why are you suddenly speaking so much more formally? Are you trying to impress them?
Aurelius is looking at Serenity. It's like, I mean, smash.
My question answered.
Unfortunately, because you decided to try to school me on the way of tieflings, you are a hard pass.
Oh!
How much damage am I taking from vicious mockery?
You want me to roll it? I will.
It already fucking covers her mouth, but you can just hear the...
Let me see what it says. Just for fun.
3! Bonk!
Damn it, I'm no longer at 69 health.
Quick, you have lay on hands. Heal yourself for 3 points.
You know what, I'll do exactly that. I am a child who was allowed to play fucking D&D who made this mistake.
My lady, is this the one I am supposed to keep an eye on?
Mm-hmm.
I now
Perfect.
understand why.
For a few brief moments, I thought he was calling me my lady. I'm like, get the fedora away.
He is not that kind of guy.
We have one more. Currently, she is doing research. Artemis, dear, would you like to come down and introduce yourself?
There are people? Okay.
We have
Uh,
an extra with us.
what does that mean?
An
They're going
escort,
to help us.
effectively.
Yeah.
Do we? Oh, well, that's what we're getting into. Okay, just a moment. Do you hear some, like, bottles tinkling and, corking and various other sounds? Is,
I-
is that bookseller still down there?
Is the what?
Aurelius looks over to check on the squirrel girl. Is she okay? The alchemist.
Huh.
Yeah. Don,
Tom?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
is the alchemist awake or is she just snoring?
Very softly snoring with the big, I think Tank put his jacket over her.
He's still asleep.
Aurelius just kind of has this look of like, I don't want to disturb her, but I really want to apologize for earlier.
Don't. Just let her rest. Just from what I've seen, the amount of caffeine she consumes is dangerous. She
You
needs to sleep
remember
it
when
off.
we first met Fidget? That was a
He
lot of
looks-
caffeine.
She looks at him. More than that.
Yeah. Yeah. Artemis is looking into ways to capture samples and wanted to talk to the alchemist about it. But
He would probably want it to rest.
yeah.
not. My dove Artemis should be down here soon.
Your dove. Oh, how sweet. I do look forward to seeing your betrothed.
Ah, not betrothed. No. I.
Aurelius just kind of steps back with an evil smirk. Yes, you're betrothed. At this point, it's
Artemis will step in, just like, I didn't know we were getting married.
I didn't either.
Oh, is this the one that you are calling your dove?
Yes.
Oh, well, it is wonderful to meet you. I am Vanity, and he gives a very grandiose bow.
Artemis will kind of give the bow back and return. Oh, pleasure.
You as well.
Just imagine the background already just cussing and fucking Aurelius in Abyssal.
Aurelius stands there, not a thought behind those eyes. Just
I was just thinking the
smiling.
knife. I was about to say, I was thinking the knife cat image.
Exactly.
So you will be our escort?
I am my lady's envoy to escort, yes. But
Basically
also
to make-
report back on everything that happened while we were out.
Basically to make sure we do what we said we did.
Okay. Well, thank you for offering your assistance.
I am always happy to work with a team. It has been a while.
Anyway, I am Artemis. It is a pleasure to meet you, Vanity.
After a moment, Vanity turns to look at Aurelius and going, "Why can't you be more like them?"
He wouldn't be fun if he was like us. I like his little stupid quirks.
Does he try to
just
tell
give
you
a,
about your race as well?
To be fair, she gestures to herself. I'm a human, so
I would be difficult. She pulls out a piece of bacon from her bag and starts just to gives him a nod.
How
Starts
much-
wandering over to the corner
How
where
much
the
of that
librarian is.
do you have
Don't
in
worry
your
about
bag?
it. Don't worry about it.
I should probably talk to Boris, my lady, see if we can get more provisions for our travels.
Speaking of, we need a map.
Food is always welcome. Yes, I would like that map, please.
I will take care of the provisions. You can be the smartass that you are and do the brainy thing as he walks over to the bar.
I love them. I love them.
Artemis just kind of looks between Aurelius and Vanity and she's like, well, that's flirting if I've ever seen it.
I'll come with. I need to take a walk anyway.
I'm not taking a walk. I'm just finding the little squirrel librarian and asking her to blow some glass for me.
She points to where Vanity is going. Them.
Oh, okay, well, have fun.
Aurelius is trying to suppress that, like, snicker as Artemis says, blow some glass for me.
Actual children.
Artemis not paying enough attention to notice.
That and
Artemis's business right now.
Artemis is purposefully not paying attention.
Oh, full of vanity. Oh my god.
You keep very interesting company.
Why stay?
I think I understand.
Would
And
hope so.
very bluntly, he turns to Serenity going, "You're sleeping with him too, yes?"
Yeah. Well,
Oh my god. I love this guy.
wouldn't put it in such succinct words, but yes.
I mean, the tension was there the moment he showed up.
That's not
It was
the tension you
palpable
saw.
and it is what my type write songs about.
Please do not.
I'm not gonna tell you to do or not to do that. That is ultimately your decision.
Oh,
But
did
if
you
you
come
do-
with us?
We're just fucking apparated.
Wait, shit. Sorry, I get so lost as to where everyone is so easily. I'm sorry.
You know,
You're
it's okay.
good.
It's okay. It's okay. Just like, oh, Aurelius is here.
To
The
be
laughter
fair,
would have made even more sense.
to be fair, fucking Aurelius apparating out of nowhere is actually kind of his shtick.
Yes, it is.
It used to be being the one that's always fucking left behind. Now it's just never again.
Never let your guard down. I've been on your back this whole time.
Aurelius has learned a few things from Fidget. One of them is tracking.
It's not hard to find a 6'3" blonde bitch.
Yes, it is!
We have proof.
Hey, look. In non-hostile territory, it's not too bad. When you throw in the fucking clickers from Last of Us, yes, I'm hard to find.
Just as a note, Vanity can look you in the eye, Serenity.
Mother, hello.
He is that tall.
Big bitch.
How tall is he?
He is 6'3".
Oh, well, he's like over a full foot high, taller than Artemis.
He's like 2 feet taller than Aurelius. No, not
2 feet.
Sorry, 2 inches.
Aurelius is,
Yeah.
Aurelius has magically become a gnome.
Short king.
Look, man. Look, man. I don't fucking speak stupid measurements. Okay.
I don't speak numbers.
Dude, I speak.
You don't
in
speak
meters
American
and
numbers.
kilometers and shit
Sure don't.
like that. Where
I don't know
you
how to-
just add a 0 to the end and you get the next measurement. God damn.
That'd be too easy, though. That'd be too simple.
Americans like to overcomplicate things. Confirmed.
They would rather measure things by like fucking dishwashers then
Okay.
Dishwashers buy
Okay,
hamburger. Yes.
Let's
Yeah.
please continue.
But
To look at Orchard.
Vanity.
Yes. Vanity. Why do I want to call you Orchard?
I have no fucking
By the way,
clue.
that's not the word. I want you to know, Orchard is not the word that's popping up in my head.
Orchid?
It's orchid that I'm trying to say. Yes,
Because of the picture I showed you in the flowers.
probably.
And also because you want to take a bite
Of an orchid?
Of an apple.
of an orchard.
Oh, I was back on track.
Okay.
It's a vanity.
We're really tangenting.
She'll look at Vanity. It is a very complex type of thing. Yes, I am sleeping with him. Yes, I am with Artemis. It's a long, detailed thing that just... Yeah.
Noted, I am the fourth wheel in this situation.
If it makes you feel any better, it's not too obvious, other than with me and Aurelius. I mean, the nickname, obviously, for Artemis, but...
It is
Really?
obvious when you are paying attention. The way you two look at each other, it is love.
I don't like how closely you're observing me.
It is what I do.
They don't even mean to do it, really. They just do it.
My lady, would you like anything as well while I ask Boris for some provisions?
No, I'll be good for now. He knows to bring me the rest of the cask.
Understood.
I want to see if I could potentially outdrink you. The answer is probably no,
The
but...
answer is definitively no. For your own sake.
I'm about to go up against cultists. At what point did my own sake seem like it mattered to me?
No. Not to you. To me.
I'm trying to determine if you care about my own sake, or if you're trying to say that... Never mind. You'll look at Vanity. Lead the way.
Of course. And as he's walking, he extends his elbow to her.
He
So
looks...
they could walk.
The worst part is she looks very confused. She's just like staring at it. You can tell this is not a custom she is used to.
It is like offering an arm. A gentleman offers his arm to a lady so he can escort her properly.
There's a few times where she just blinks, where she just shrugs and she'll loop her arm through his.
There's no like extra like force of when you do that. It's just him holding his arm there and guiding you over to the bar.
He's so out of her world on this.
I did it on purpose, Paris. Comp, if you want to go to Artemis, who's going over to the alchemist,
Yes.
you can.
So you're waking her up?
She's going to get a cup of coffee and kind of waft it under her nose.
The bait.
Slowly, like, leans forward, eyes slowly, like, droopily opening. What?
Slowly takes her hands and puts one around the other, around the cup.
Mine.
Yes, this is yours.
Hot.
Yes. Do you
Where
need
am
ice?
I? Where am I?
You're still in the bar.
Boss?
Fell asleep.
Oh,
Yes, of course.
I can't go to sleep. If I go to
You went to sleep.
Ugh. Okay. She like takes her hand, puts it in her mouth, and you just hear this you see her like teeth just dig into her hand for a second. She just holds it there for a second. Then you just hear. And she's just like biting her hand, trying to wake herself up, but she's clearly like not biting hard. Just like a trying to stimulate blood moving through her in the most silly way possible.
She kind of just slowly moves her head away from her head. No, don't bite yourself.
Ugh. Good morning. Hi. You.
Hi.
Who?
Yes.
Hi. How can I help?
I'm going to ask you to do something in about probably 2 days. You need 2 more days of sleep.
That's a lot of days.
Yes, it is. I think you can suffer through it.
Uh-oh.
But you're going to sleep, and I am going to ask you for a favor because I need something specific made, and I don't know how to do it.
Okay.
Do you know how to blow glass?
I have some bottles back at my shop. Fumbles around for a second, pulls out a number of different things, ranging from some wadded up paper, almost like a scalpel like knife, a few strips of leather, a very tiny mallet, like it looks like it barely fits into her hand when she holds it. About probably like 5 feet of rope that's just like bundled into part of her jacket that she like, oh, that's where that went. And then she's going in through like a jacket pocket that she reaches into her like an inside pocket and pulls out a key and holds it out to you. You just bring this back and you can borrow some of the stuff in there.
Okay. And in the meanwhile, you can borrow my bed. And starts to lead her up.
It doesn't take much persuasion. She's like, but you're gonna need it to sleep on.
I have other places to sleep. She kind of makes a gesture over to Serenity.
You like sleeping next to a pond?
I like sleeping on my girlfriend.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
How many girlfriends do you have?
1.
That's a lot of girlfriends.
I've had more in the past.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Like 1?
Like 2.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. One of them was a cleric. She would scold me whenever I get burnt from my various projects.
Don't get burnt. Getting burnt? Don't
Kind
get
of
burnt.
inevitable?
Yeah, no, don't get burnt. Oh, why there's so many stairs? Oh, there's a room. Oh, like takes a couple steps, almost stumbles back down the stairs. Her balance
Part of it
is
will
not
just kind of
here.
wrap her arm around her middle.
You distinctly then remember that at one point she was definitively falling down the stairs. So that is probably for the best that you are keeping her from falling again.
Mm-hmm. Continuing to lead her to the room.
Okay. You lead her in, and you get her to a point where she can lay down. And it's like,
Yes.
I'm not that sleepy. I'll be okay. She gets like laid into the bed. You pull the covers over to her, and she's like mid-word, just, I'm not gonna.
Bless. Kind of tuck some of it in around her, grab some of the various things that she was poking at, and moves them back over to Fidget's room, and then takes the keys and the stuff that she was given by the squirrel friend. Continues on.
Yep. Yeah, her name is Montessa, just to remind you.
Montessa.
Yes.
Thank you. I've only been remembering her as Squirrel.
You can call her Tessa. She does not mind that.
Okay.
You come down the stairs, you see everyone talking, chatting, having a good time.
I believe Aurelius went looking for a map.
That would be something that you could go out to the market to get. Not that hard to do. Basically cost you a gold piece. No, 2 gold pieces, because it's still a big kind of town, but the people here seem to be enjoying the benefits of some of these more scholarly folks that appear to live here, as they the person who sells you it is the person who actually cartographed the actual map. They say they're pretty sure that it's accurate to within, they want to say 10 feet, but probably closer to half a mile. Which is a pretty good map. It also has some of the surrounding area, stuff like that, but not too far in. Zark?
Hmm?
That was you. About the map stuff.
I thought, what's their name? We're gonna get it with the supplies.
No, Vanity just went to go get provisions from the barkeep.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm stupid. Not again.
It's okay, my dude.
You have
I
acquired.
do not care.
You have acquired map.
Map acquire. Cool. With map acquire and that stuff done, he's sit in tavern.
Okay.
There is nothing for him really to do besides that.
Right. It is just after noon. I'd say probably in the realm of like 1 to 3 p.m. Do you guys want to head towards your destination now, or after a long rest?
Please give me a long rest. I'm still in pain.
You took a long rest, remember?
Did we?
Well, no,
Oh, son of a gun.
not after the.
No,
meeting the dragon.
no, they didn't.
Yeah, not,
Yeah, that's...
you had taken a long rest, and then you fought.
That's why I was like, I'm hurt, friend.
Oh, you're fine. I have more things to do with you.
Excuse me?
I have more things to do with you. I need you alive.
What does that mean?
It means,
Oh.
prepare yourself. You know, the usual sort of bravado before DM goes, they one-shot my BBEG.
If I one-shot your BBEG, that's not the BBEG. I know you.
Yeah.
Or it's some Sekiro bullshit where it's like, we killed him once and he's coming back without a head now. He's gonna kick my ass.
I'm gonna dislocate my ankle so I can shove my foot right up in there. Wiggle it. But
Huh?
with that, I don't imagine there's too much more besides a little bit of light discussion between the groups and such.
Well, I know he also said he wanted to avoid.
Mhm.
Apologize to the jargon. Don't think I forgot that.
Dragon's
Oh.
gone though.
No, Dragon didn't leave yet.
No, she's still there.
Yeah,
What? Wait.
She was drinking when
Yeah.
we were down there and Vanity got introduced.
yeah.
Wait. Didn't Vanity and Serenity and the dragon all go together?
Nope.
No,
What? She just spoke from across the room.
No, she called
She's
for
a
him.
dragon. She's
Yeah.
I'm
I feel like you're hallucinating part of the session, Zark.
Being fair, he is very EP. That's completely understandable, my man.
I'm sorry. My honor.
my honor. What the
I am in a mood today. I apologize for
I-
nothing.
I was about to say, I'm like, you apologize? Well, that's a lie.
Honestly, I might just wait until next session to do another larger scene like that because my brain is not computing right now.
Just walk over to her and say, I'm sorry for your behavior, and go, that's about it, bye.
What, you want me to be fucking like moist critical over here? It's like, yeah, I just wanted to come out here and
Yes.
apologize. That's about it. See ya.
Succinct!
No, Aurelius will want to be genuine and not a prick about it.
Fair enough.
And also, like, while he wants to, I am fucking not functioning right now. I apologize.
Do we need to wrap up session a little early so you can maybe get in a little
Dude.
extra nap?
Like, I went to sleep at 4 a.m., dude. It's...
we might want to call it early.
We can call
I'm
it
chill
here.
with calling it early.
Yeah, we can call
This
it
will
here.
probably be a good way of. This is a good setup. We got all our planning done. Now we can just jump right into it next session.
Yeah,
Speaking of which, next week I will not be here for session.
gotcha.
Okay, well, week after next then.
Week after next, yeah. Yeah, but yeah, we'll just call it here. Easy enough. That way we can let you get some rest and all that such. For those who are watching with us, we normally do stream this a little bit longer, but tonight seems to be just a night where it's a little bit lower energy, but not in a bad way. We're definitely having a lot of fun here. Just need to catch up on some rest, make sure that we're taking care of ourselves, because that honestly is the most important thing. We hope you are taking care of yourselves as well. We do post these to my YouTube channel at Uncommon Guru at YouTube. And for those who are watching on YouTube, we do stream these on twitch.tv/WhatTeamComp, all one word. On Mondays around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is about when we start up. We apologize again that this is a little bit of a shorter session, but at the same time, this is a good stopping point, a good point to get our bearings and such, as well as to let Aurelius find the words he wants to say while preparing for setting foot into the forest to find this entryway and see if they can determine what is going on with this mist and these cultists. But that'll be in 2 weeks. So, thank you all so much. We hope you have a wonderful couple of weeks. And until next time, we're WhatTeamComp. And take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.